Today we will continue our discussion sa deflection of pre-stressed concrete beams. So we have a pre-stressed concrete beam which has a simple span of 10 meters and it is subjected to a pre-stressing force of 1000 kilonewtons. Now same question as last time, by what amount was the form at midspan lifted after the application of the pre-stressing force? Directly after the application. The unit weight of concrete is 23.54 kilonewton per meter cube and FC prime naman is 28. Now let's solve the easy one first. If we have a beam na meron siyang dead load, uniform load over the whole span, then due to this load, magde-deflect siya sa midspan by 5WL to the 4 over 384 EI. Deflection max is yan yung maximum deflection. Then W here will be gamma multiplied by the area. So this is due to the uniform load. Then this is caused by the self-weight of the beam. Now as to the tendon, we have a parabolic tendon and the location of the vertex is andito. Ayan. So di ba, yung moment caused by the pre-stressing force is dependent on the eccentricity at any particular point. So let's recall na yung concept dyan is the moment diagram inherits the shape enclosed by the tendon and the neutral axis. And the neutral axis defines the zero line. So we can redraw this. Ayan, ito yung neutral axis natin. Bali, yung moment diagram due to pre-stressing will inherit this figure. Ayan, copy ko na lang yan. And meron siyang eccentricity na 30 mm ditong banda. Let's exaggerate our figure na lang. Ayan. So, ito yung neutral axis. This is the zero line. And we have an ordinate dito. Same din sa kabilang side. Ayan. So, if this is the moment diagram, we need to convert the eccentricity into a moment value. And that moment will just be the pre-stressing force multiplied by the eccentricity. So, the eccentricity here at the support is 30 mm. So, the moment at this particular point would be, our pre-stressing force is 1000 kN. We will just assume it to be acting horizontally. Since maliit lang naman components if you have to calculate the actual slope. Since relatively large yung span compared sa eccentricity. Meters kasi yan, ito naka-mm. So, we have 1000 kN multiplied by 30 mm. In meters, that would be 0.03. Ayan. So, we have 30 kilonewton meter. And dito naman sa midspan, the total eccentricity is equal to this value. Ayan. And that would be 30 plus 130. So, the moment here is equal to 1000 multiplied by 130 plus 30 is equal to 160. In meters, that would be 0.16. So, 1000 multiplied by 0.16, this would be 160 kilonewton meter. Ayan. So, let's just define this as M2 and ito naman M1. Ayan. Yung M1 is the moment sa midspan. Now, the beam will deflect in this manner. Yung tendon natin is applied below the neutral axis. So, merong negative bending. Same orientation pa rin dito. So, if ito yung elastic curve, the maximum deflection will still occur sa midspan since symmetrical yung placement ng tendon. Yan naman talaga sa real life. Ayan. Then, we draw a tangent line sa point A. We have this line. And this vertical distance would be the deviation from point A with respect to the tangent at C. And this will still be the value of the maximum deflection pa rin. Ayan, deflection at C. So, we only need the area from A to C. We're going to split the moment diagram. And let's divide this into two shapes. We have a spandrel and a rectangle. So, let's project our horizontal line. Label natin to as area 1 and ito naman area 2. So this is spandrel. And alam natin na yung area ng spandrel is equal to BH over N plus 1. Ayan. And yung centroid nila for the rectangle, madali lang, nasa gitna lang. So going to point A, this moment arm is going to be, di ba 10 meters yung buong span. Half of that is 5 meters. So yung 5 meters ito. So this would only be 2.5. Yung sa spandrel naman, ito yung mas matabang side. Diyan malapit yung centroid. And the degree of this curve is 2. Nasa second degree. So, the distance going to point A, ayan, this would be going to the vertex kasi yan. So, di ba meron tayong formula na n plus 1 over n plus 2 multiplied by the base. So, if the degree is 2, then this would be 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So, 3/4 of B. And ito naman, this is 1/4 of B. So, pwede rin 1 minus 1/4, makukuha mo yung 3 over 4. So, we will now compute the deviation from point A with respect to the tangent at C. This would be 1 over AI multiplied by the area moment. Area times barred X. Yung summation nila. So, area 1 is equal to base times height lang. The base is equal to 5 meters. Ito. And yung height niya is 30 kilonewton meter. The ordinate at this point. And yung moment arm niya patungo sa point A would be 2.5 meters. And then, for the spandrel, yung area is BH over N plus 1. So, the base is 5 meters. The height is, hindi 160. Be careful lang. Since this height is equal to 160 minus 30. That would be 130 kilonewton meter. Ayan. So, 5 multiplied by 130 over N plus 1. BH over N plus 1. The degree is 2. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. And our moment arm is 3/4 of the base. So, 3 over 4 multiplied by the base na 5 meters. Move lang natin to. By the way, since all of these are below the neutral axis, lahat ng areas natin, essentially, negative dapat yung sign. Kasi diba negative yung naging ordinate natin. But the negative sign here will just mean na yung tangent at C is above the tangent at A. So, it will just signify an upward deflection. So, this deflection will be upward. Due to self-weight naman, the deflection will be downward. Ayan, yung normal orientation lang. Due to a downward load. So, add na lang natin yung dalawa. The deviation from A with respect to C will just be equal to the deflection. Equate ko na lang. Equals the deflection at the midspan. So, we have 5 times 30 times 2.5 plus 5 times 130 over 3 multiplied by 3 over 4 times 5. Ayan. Then, yung magiging I natin, since we have a rectangular beam, that would be BH cubed over 12. The base is 350. The height is 700. Ayan. Then, divided by 12. Ito yung I natin. Now, yung unit nito, we have Kn and 3 meter. So, Kn m cubed. We have to convert the numerator into Newton mm cubed by multiplying it by 1,000 to the 4. Ayan. Then, sa ilalim, we have EI. Ano yung E? Diba, hindi siya given. But again, we can compute E by using the formula 4,700 multiplied by square root of FC prime. And FC prime is given sa problem. This is 28. So, the modulus of elasticity is this one, 24870. This is in megapascal. So, E multiplied by I. No need to convert E since megapascal na yan. Hindi yan naka-GPA. So, the deflection at the midspan due to the pre-stressing force is 4.773. And this deflection is upward. And due to the load naman, deflection at the midspan due to the load, we have 5W times L to the 4 over 384 EI. Ayan. Now, W is equal to gamma times area. Gamma is 23.54. And our area should be in meter squared para maging kilonewton per meter siya. The base is 350. That would be 0.35. And the height naman is 700. That would be 0.7 meters. So, W is 5.767. And yung length naman ng beam, 10 meters. So, 5WL to the 4. This will be in kilonewton m cubed. Multiply this by 1,000 to the 4. Or pwede rin times 10 to the 12. Whichever you prefer na lang. So, press equals. We have 3.018. This is the deflection due to the load. Ito naman, due to pre-stress. This is upward and this is downward. So, the total deflection at the midspan would be the deflection due to pre-stress. This is upward. And yung downward deflection is due to the load. The dead load, self-weight. So we have 1.755. This would be the total deflection.